Check, check. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Happy Monday. Good afternoon. Good morning from 6 a.m. local time. The ramp in Quito, Ecuador. And boy, oh boy, the tide is a-turning, chat. The tide is a-turning. I love tri-jets. I love the L10, one of my personal favorites. I've wanted to love this MD-11 since it released on 2020, and it's been a battle back and forth. But today, chat, we have something special. We've said it for many years on this channel that sounds can make or break an add-on, and for me, the MD-11 has kind of been, it's been so good in so many other aspects, but the sound department has been lacking, and it's just been missing that, I don't know, that oomph to make you feel like you're sitting in that seat up front with those very powerful GE engines today, 3 of them. But let me tell you, I think you're in for a treat. There is a free sound pack add-on on the Flight Sim TO. It comes with GE and Pratt & Whitney's. They both sound amazing. I'm rocking the same exact engine set that I had yesterday, which was GE's, just so you could hear the difference. The Pratts also sound amazing, but this is going to be a nice little flight. We're headed down to Lima, Peru. We're continuing on. We'll pretend that this was a divert here or something. We got the Varig Brazil livery, courtesy of FS Cabral. He's got the best liveries on the MD-11 so far that I've come across. I'm looking for all the FS Cabral liveries. This is one of his as well. It's an absolute stunner of a livery, so it should be a pretty enjoyable flight headed down south. So we are going to be blasting off out of Quito, which we just landed last night. So you're going to hear these engines full on ripping, maximum thrust pretty much, blasting off northbound on the 3-6 out of Quito, Ecuador. So hope you all are ready. Thank you for tuning in. Brian Harris in the house. Good to see you, man. Darth Rust is here. Good to see you. Scott, Smoky Mountain Flight Simmer. Always a pleasure. Fly USMC. What's up, man? Where'd the armory go on Discord? It should still be there. I haven't changed anything there. Fly USMC, good to see you, man. Alexander's in the house. Alexander, I know you're a big time MD-11 fan. Let me turn my sounds on. The GPU is very loud outside here. Very loud outside. Delta Tango's in the house. Good to see you. Sib Guy, Polar Penguin, many more Flight Sim guys in the house. Chris LeBlanc, AJ Funari. No, you know what? I got Starbucks this morning. I had to drop the kids off their summer camp, and I picked up my Starbucks. I just got a little black pike, you know, and I'm almost done with it. So maybe in cruise I might have to pick up another one. We'll see. But I'm almost done with my coffee, so hopefully I don't run out of juice for this stream. But it's going to be a beautiful one. I did wind the sim time back. We've been flying mid-time, but we are live weather, fake time. We just wound it back to about 6 a.m., and it's going to be a beautiful sunrise blasting off out of Quito. Delta Tangos, thank you for the 38 months of support. Getting excited to head to Expo this week. Delta Tango, I look forward to it. Absolutely, Delta Tango. I'll see you there, my friend. I'll see you there. Thank you for the 38 months of support. Smoky Mountain Flight Simmer, thank you for the 27 months. Turn it up, baby. Oh, we're going to turn it up. Max volume all the way, baby. All the way max volume. Can't wait to hear those CF6s sing, Classic Jet Sim Pilot. I think you're the first one that turned me on to this, right? Well, you said there's a thing on the FSTO, so I appreciate you, man. Thank you for that. Time to hear the GEs. I'll see if they sound like CF6s on the 7.6 that I fly. Prodigist. Let's see. I want you guys to know. You guys let me. Jesse, thank you for the $2 super chat. We're being spoiled if you want all this content. Well, there's not gonna be any content tomorrow, I don't think. I gotta go do a commute to and from base to do a pilot review board for my 1 year essentially real world checkup. Basically, they're gonna either decide to fire me or keep me after 1 year, so I gotta do that tomorrow. And then I only have 2 days of reserve left, but guess what? There is one 2-day trip that fits my 2-day footprint, and it's a terrible one. It's absolutely trash. It gets home at 1 a.m., so then I have to get home, land at Dallas at 1 a.m. on Friday morning, get home at like 3 a.m., shower, change, take an hour nap, drive back to the airport to get on the 8 a.m. flight to Minneapolis for Expo. So I'm going to be absolutely cooked, I think. We'll see. Fingers crossed they don't call me for it, but I'm number one. I know they're going to call me for it because I always get hosed. But anyway. It's going to be fast. Yeah, well, it's right around the 9-month mark, so technically I'm still on probation for another few months, but they do the review at about 9 months. So that's what we got. T-Tut, I didn't get an email, man. I didn't get an email. I'll check again, T-Tut, after this stream. I know you really want that livery. I'll hand deliver it to you on a USB stick at the Expo. All right, let's go ahead and fire this thing up, shall we? Let's go ahead and hop into the cockpit. And this is one thing I love about these FS liveries. He does tweaks to the texture in the cockpit, or so he kind of makes it less dirty, and he puts, or less wear, he said on this one, and more metallic finishes, which look really, really good in my opinion. So you guys let me know what you think as we fire this puppy up. Sounds are up. Let's go ahead and get the battery switch on. Battery switch, we're going to go external 1. We got 2 external powers. We'll let it boot up here. Lucas Spunkton, long time no see, man. Thanks for 5. Hey, ice, dude. Appreciate you. Varig was founded in my home state in Brazil. Let's go. I know, this livery is an awesome one, too. This one's an awesome one. Turks in the house managed to hack into the probe reviews to leave a few. Oh, boy. I'm nervous. All right. She is coming to life. Let's go ahead and get the navs. 1, 2, and 3. We'll get the overhead background lights on. Rocking and rolling. There goes the fire test. Let's do a engine fire APU test. There's the fire light. Should get there's the fire T-handles up there as well. That looks good. All right, coming down the panel, we're going to get the emergency lights into the arm position. No smoking. Seatbelts can stay off. Let's get the nav lights on, logo lights on. That all checks. We'll do the hydraulic pressure test. We'll get that cooking up there. I'm going to bring up this to erect position. And let's throw the hydraulic page on over here. So let's go hydraulic. There's our hydraulics. We'll get that up. We'll get the IRS. We'll go FMC1. And we'll go flight plan over on this page. Looking good. We are finally cooking with gas now. These are all coming on. Pretty much a simple overhead. Do the annunciator light test. Since we are doing passengers today, that all looks good. Few use reset. We'll do that. All right. Magic barrel ref is set. There it is. Let's go ahead and import our flight plan. Phantom. Whoa, Phantom 320? Dude, it's only been about 54 years since the last time we talked. How you doing, man? Hope all is well, Phantom. Dude, I think you're going to like it, dude. I honestly, I think you're going to like it. I've imported this. Let's go ahead and send flight plan to FMC. We'll set payload and fuel instantly. I got us as heavy as we could. All right, I got us as heavy as we could. Flight plan init, check this out. I won't know how I'll show you this whole time here, but if I go programming, I got my little FMC cooking. I got my FMC cooking with the initialize IRS, and I can put in my stuff here, which is pretty cool. We're going to be Varig 357, unless I forgot. Oh, I guess I forgot the G button. We're not. I have to make a profile, but at least it's cool to see it. But we'll just keep it in full screen cam for now. But yeah, I got my little FMC almost. I got the profile almost done for the Boeing one. So Varig 357, cruise flight level is 370, and alternate is, what is our alternate today? SPSO. SPSO, put that in there. Cost index, we're going to go 88. Initialize IRS, wonderful. Next page over. Just been busy AF. I know, man. You're flying, right? Are you still flying, Phantom? You ever spend any time in the old Miami? See a lot of freighters out there. All right, so since we are preloaded, let's go ahead and get our block fuel, our takeoff gross weight. That checks. Takeoff CG 23.0, fuel weight CG 22.4. We got 13.2 extra. Alternate of 5,000 pounds. We got a 500-pound taxi. That all looks good. Fuel dipstick page, we can go ahead and skip that. So that brings us to the flight plan. Let's go Quito, Sid. We're going to be planning runway 36. And the departure today is... Oh, hold on, Chad. I need to check in for my flight tomorrow. Give me a second. Ketone 3 Alpha. Ketone 3 Alpha. We'll insert that. Let me check in for my real-world flight. Enjoy the wing view as we board here. Give me a second, y'all. V1 is setting up CDU GCP Pro. You know it's love. I know, Classic Jet Sim Pilot. I know it. I know it, dude. Actually, I'm already checked in, aren't I? Oh, I gotta check in for my next one. Return trip, I think. Yeah, check in, 12:15. Chat, I gotta get up at 2 a.m. tomorrow. 2 a.m. Not cool. Not cool. Alright, seat map. I'll leave it. Oh, I want a window view. Yeah, that's fine. We'll sit there. Hold on, guys. I don't want to get hosed for tomorrow. Alright, cool. Reservations. We're all checked in for my positive space commute tomorrow. So no stress. No stress tomorrow. That's one good thing they do to us probies. They give us positive space, essentially, to and from the probie review. So should be good to go. Alright. Let's go ahead and continue what we were doing here. Runway 36, and we were on the Ketone 3 Alpha. So I'm looking at I have my real world iPad. I have my new iPad, I should say. I got a new iPad that used to be my real world iPad that I'm using Navigraph on separately, which is pretty cool. So I got the Ketone 3 Alpha. Cool. Going into Lima. We're on the Atut 4. Atutu 4, Atutu arrival, and we're planning a 16 left. So let's go back down here to SPJC. Star. We're planning on the ILS. Ooh, which one? Let me look real quick. It's so much easier to have it on a separate iPad. The ILS Victor 16 left, or we have Yankee. No, we're going to do the Victor. ILS Victor 16 left from Rogok. And we're coming down the Atutu 4 arrival. And a 224 arrival is straight off of a 22, so we just leave it like that. We'll insert that. Now let's take a look. Rogot Lupti all the way down, 16 left. Bobug a 22, it's all linked up. Wonderful. All right, let's go ahead and move over to perf, takeoff perf. We're going to run some perf data here, so let's go to our payload. We've already loaded. Performance, planning 3-6. Get weather information. We don't have any weather information for Quito. Okay, I'll have to do it myself. Oh, there we go. 340 at 7 just took a minute. Takeoff weight is going to be 448. Thrust setting, TO. Anti-ice off. We'll see what kind of flaps they give us here with the optimum. Flaps 13 today, no flex. So we'll come down to our dial of flap. Scroll in flap 13. Boom, 13 is set. I want to turn up these knobs here too. Oh yeah, it looks much better, much better. That's actually a little bit too bright on the PFD. Dim it down a little bit. All right. So flap 13 is set in the dial of flap. V speeds, what do we have? Oh, what happened? Let's recalculate. Yeah, flap 13, that's with the flex. No flex. So we'll do 35, 56, and 63. 35, 56, 163. VCL is 240. We set 250 or whatever is greater. So we've got 250 set in the window. Blasting off runway 36. Runway heading is 002 for Quito. 002. No ATC online. We'll set our final cruise altitude of 370. Alright, so we'll nav arm prof. We'll come back to the nav arm here in a minute. That should nav up. We're takeoff pitch, TO clamp, prof is arm 370. That all looks wonderful. Alright, we can get rid of the hydraulic panel. We'll just go ahead and put you to config. Nope, let's go to status is what I want. Alright, nope, we don't want status. Where's our normal one? Miscellaneous? Where's the normal, like, there we go. Engine page up. That's fine. Alright, let's go ahead and get the APU started. We'll hit the APU power switch. Let's take a listen outside. Oh yeah. Already 10 times better than yesterday's APU. Are you kidding me? 10 times better than yesterday's APU. Yeah, these are new sounds, Nabil. Alright, APU is up and running. There's the APU avail light flashing. We would really start the chrono and wait 2 minutes, but we don't have all day for that. So let's go ahead and go APU is fully avail. We'll go APU air on, get some air to the cabin. I forgot to put the emergency exit lights into the arm position. Hold on. That should run a self-test, I believe. Alright, APU is on. APU air is on. We can get the seatbelts and no smoking signs. Those are coming on. That looks good. Can I make a PA? Is there like a welcome aboard PA? I forget. Alright, cool. I believe this will shut off here. Yep, there we go. So now we can turn off galley external power. We can turn that external power off. We are fully isolated on ground power. So let's go to the services. Let's close up the cargo doors. Let's close that up. Let's double check, make sure there's nobody online. There was like some Bogota event going on. There was a ton of people flying out of Bogota. I should have done a Bogota flight. Nobody in Quito. Somebody's landing Pasto though, Avianca. There was a ton of Bogotas on Iveo, so we are good to go. Oh, speaking of, if you've been wondering about the Prestige call sign for Beyond ATC, it is now updated, and you will hear Prestige call sign on Beyond ATC, which is pretty cool. There goes our door sliding down, 1L. Love that. Let's go ahead and throw the anti-collision light on, or the beacon light is on. We're going to use ignition B today since we used A yesterday. Air cuts out. We are ready for push and start. Let's make sure our transponder is TARA. That looks good. No smoking. Bleeds are set. Seatbelts on. Slope is 0. I forgot to finish this. 0, 0, or 0. And winds are, yeah, we'll just zero out the wind as well. OAT temp is 20 degrees. Finish up the perf here. 20C. Need that in the box. That looks good. Okay, so perf takeoff speeds. That is done. That's done. EO altitude. Acceleration altitude is 1019. That's a nice high acceleration altitude for our situation. We'll go ahead and remove the real chocks. I'll put you on the dispatch page. I don't need you anymore. We'll hide this, and we are ready for pushback and start. Quito traffic, Varig 357 heavy, pushing back. Stand 10, we're planning 36 Quito. Alright, left Alt P, default pushback is coming. Let's go ahead and get out of here, get this thing fired up. Definitely missed the TFDi 717. I know, man. Would still like a paid bore sound for this thing? I know, Nabil. Well, I'll tell you what, man. It's still, for freeware, it's really good. And, hold on, what did I do with my cellular device? You guys see my cellular device? Oh, there it is. Brakes released. Clear to push whenever. It's hard because there's no MD-11 passengers flying, right? Nabil, so how is he going to get the sounds? We got to just use the best information that we got. These are pretty good though, Nabil. Just listen, man. Just wait. I'm going to turn them all the way up for engine start. We'll wait for the final pushback to complete here, and then we'll start them up. This plane will climb like an absolute rocket if you're not loaded. You got to remember, this thing is meant to take off with a lot of fuel and a lot of passenger and cargo. So if you're not loaded appropriately and you're not flexing your takeoff, you'll be hanging on to the tail, which is not inaccurate. Oh man, look at
Keto
this.
traffic, Tema 362 pushing back off the gate.
Cockpit around, push complete, set brakes. Brakes set. Clear disconnect, show us the pin out front. We're going to start them up. Alright, we're starting them up. Let's go ahead and start engine 3 first. We are on ignition B. The air came back on. Did you notice that? The air came back on. The packs came back on because we waited too much time after we hit the ignition. Pretty cool. Let's go ahead and watch. You'll hear it cut out here. Alright, I'm going to be quiet for the startup. Here we go. I told you, Nabil. You're about to reinstall the MD-11 because I'm getting ready to start flying this airplane a whole lot more. Good start on 3. Let's start engine number 1. Yeah. Yep. Starting 3. Watch this from inside. Nice 2D cockpit. Sure, Karen. Flightdeck to sim stream on the X-Plane 12. If you want to see 2D cockpits, go over there, man. I'm a little disappointed. I was hoping there'd be more like new texturing and stuff for the 7.3, the FlyJ, but it's literally the same bird. It looks like. This one's not 2D, Karen. This cockpit looks good today. It's got a little texture mod, a little color mod from the livery creator. Prodigious, my man, he says, sounds very close to the GEs on the 7.6 that I fly. Whoever made this did a great on these startup sounds. Went up to 7.6 where they got them. Very possible. Very possible. But it's legit, man. It is pretty sweet. All right, we got 3 good starts. Trim is 6.0. That's way aft. Makes me nervous. 6.0 units is set. We're going TO. Flaps 13. Here we go. The MD-11 has very, very quiet flap sounds, even in any video you watch. Flight controls. Alright, flight controls free and correct. APU air is coming off. APU power is coming off. Alright, flaps, trim, speeds, altitude is set. Let's go ahead and get out of here. We're going to be taxiing to 36 via Echo and Alpha. We'll go Bravo, we'll call it Bravo. We'll call it Hotel Alpha. Quito traffic, VARC 357 Heavy, taxi 36 via Hotel Alpha, Quito. Oh snap. Oh snap. Did you hear that spool up? Can we get some like buttons for that spool up? Alright, let's go ahead and arm you. Nope, that's not what I meant to do.
Quito traffic.
Nope.
Pima
Gosh, dang it.
362 will be taxiing Hotel Alpha with 36 behind the MD11.
Delta Fan! I'm giving you just for that spool up, Delta Fan. Thank you for the $5 super chat, man. I appreciate you. I'm going to turn it down a little bit here while we taxi out. I'll turn it back up for takeoff. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat there, Delta Fan. Here's another one. Yeah, I don't know if they changed the outside sounds other than the APU, the built. All right, uphill taxiway Alpha. I actually don't know who made the sound set, SAS Freak. I don't know who made it. It's on the Flight Sim TO. It's a free sound pack add-on, but this pretty much ends any chance of me going back to the rotate. Dragging a brake here? What's going on? Flat tire. You know, I did some RTOs just trying to listen to the sounds. I wonder if I should check my MD11 maintenance. I think I should check the MD11 maintenance thing. Aki is the creator's name? Alright. Well, there you go. Shout out to Aki for bringing new life to the MD11. Because I'm be honest with you, there's some really good liveries for this airplane out too. There's some cool flying you can do. Man, I love the L10 is still my favorite, near and dear to my heart. But now we've got two tri-jets we can alternate in between. Plus, I want to try the L1011 again. It's had some updates since the last time we flew it. I can check the wheel page, can't I? Who is config? No, wheel page looks good. These are a little bit low. Everything else looks good. And we did our flight control check. We should do it with the flight control like this, so you can fill the green. Engine page is coming up. Alright, we got a green box. Why aren't we like so slow though? feel like we're dragging a tire. Our gear bays are open. I saw that too. That's interesting. All our hydraulics are looking good. Airport elevation is 8,000 feet, so that might have something to do with it, absolutely. Bill's Mafia, it's 8,000 feet. I'm going to pull up here and open the extended simulation real quick, just make sure we got everything. You know, I had to unplug and replug a USB, and I heard a bunch of clicking when I did that. I would love to get that new Keto that's coming out. I mean, the handcrafted is decent, but my performance at handcrafted airports are just not good. Alright, so now we're rolling fine now, but I am concerned about our gear doors. I am concerned about our gear doors. Let me check the manual extension. Yeah, let's hold short right here. Right here. Is this manual extension? Reload if up, extend the flaps. Is that the manual? Where's the manual gear extension? I feel like that shouldn't be up. Hydraulic page, normal. Config page, normal. Where is the manual gear extension lever? Is that it? I actually don't even know. What does it say? Caution. Preloaded if up. Extend to relieve. I need to put you down. There we go. Okay, that fixed it. That fixed it. Good. Keto traffic, Varg 357 heavy departing runway 36. Alright, lights coming on, turn-offs, high intensity lights are coming on. Brakes released. Let's go. Yeah, only 95 likes with a Toga takeoff. We're looking for 113.2 with brand new engine sounds. Y'all better smash that like button for this. Y'all better smash that like button for this takeoff. Are we professional MD-11 drivers? Did you guys just see that lineup? I think we're typed on the MD-11. We're like one wheel width off, but we are. That's about as good as it gets right there, chat. All right, who's ready? Ryan Janis is ready. Thank you for the $20 super chat. My man says, heavy metal. I've been an RJ demon recently. For some reason, CRJ and E-Jets are scratching an itch. It's finally Expo week. Stopping at the National Museum of the Air Force on the way to some good planes. Hey. Very cool, Ryan. Well, I'll see you at Expo, my man. I'll see you at Expo. Thank you so much for the $20 super chat. Enjoy the takeoff from Spool 'em Up 40. Let's go. Yoga's in chat. Yoga. Power set. Clamp. 80. rotate. Oh, a little stutter there. Positive rate, gear up, fly with. Nav.
Zero traffic, Dane 362, lining up runway 36.
There's flap retraction green, so flaps up. Leave the slats out. It's hard to fly. You cannot fly this airplane from outside view. We're going to stall it.
Zero traffic, Dane 362, taking off runway 36. Keto.
Stabilizer motion.
Get that trim down. The radar on.
Stabilizer motion.
She is a dog coming out of Quito. 12,000 feet. Here comes slat retraction green. Flaps up, or slats up rather. I love this little middle slat there right over the pylon. It's so cool. Retrimmer now with the slats up.
Stabilizer motion.
Sounds are coming down a little bit. Here's a left turn. We're looking for 310 in the climb out now. We're out of the 10,000 feet. We'll get landing, retract taxis off. Those are buzzing away, man. She's just buzzing away. Almost feels like the CG's a little out of whack. She really wants to pitch up on me. Golly. Looking for 310. Here comes our climb out speed. Iplex, left turn, turning back towards Lima here at Iplex. Oh, my window shades are down. Who lowered that window shade? Did I authorize you to lower that window shade? But see, this is very, like if you watch the MD-11 videos on YouTube and the passenger views, the rare ones that we have, that is a very realistic quietness back here. Look at that view. Can we just take a minute and appreciate that? Prada just thinks the $5 super chat didn't catch there on takeoff. The buzz came in a bit too early. Other than that, takeoff sounds are great. Yeah, man, it's worlds different from yesterday. These are the same engines. The Pratts also have a custom sound pack, and now the sound pack is drag and drop. So before, it used to be pretty lengthy install situation, but now the latest update has them drag and drop into community folder. So if you have the MD-11, there's no reason to not try this sound pack. There's no reason to not try it. And she hand flies so nice. Wish Vodka would get the airplane here so we could make a little bit better profile for this. Look at that. Fly USMC, it's free. It's on Flight Sim TO. That website is absolutely atrocious for searching, so just Google TFDi MD-11 sound pack FSTO, and then it'll bring you right to a link that you can click. If you try to search on the FSTO website, you'll never find it. It's just, or you might. I mean, I couldn't. I had to Google it. All right, I mean, it is. This airplane is gonna be in our rotation a lot more now. Look at these views, man. What we need is a fictional Mexicana DC-10 on the MD-11 livery, because Mexicana had DC-10s, if I'm not mistaken, bare metal and orange, I think. Were they orange? Can you imagine taking this? So when we fly the MD-11, I want to fly it into places that it's like supposed to go into, like Mexico City, Quito, Bogota. You know, we can fly it in DFW, but I mean, how mid is that? Almost a sea level, well, 600-foot field elevation and a 14,000-foot runway. MD-11 needs to go somewhere where she needs performance. The meatball does look very good. Yes, I saw that one as well. Buckeye Fly. MD-11 is on sale on the INI website. On INI website? You mean TFDi? What would be on the INI website? All right, let's engage autopilot. She didn't like my trim there. She's going to retrim it for me. All right, cool. We're re-engaged. We're at a transition level. We'll get the turn-off lights off, logos off. Everything else can stay on. Smoke them if you got them. This is Varig, circa 1996. Or I don't know. Where's Gus? Varig circa when? It is on the INI store. Well, very cool. Well, I highly recommend it. Let's go full screen cam. Look at that. No audio playing in the background. What a beautiful morning. I really wanted to fly. I almost flew the AAL. So this livery, FS Cabral, his bare metal American and the one we flew yesterday, he did. This one has custom wings too, custom wing textures. You can see when we get out there. Can I roll this windshield up here? Yeah. Where is it? Where's the window view that I'm looking for? He definitely put some custom texturing on the wing here for like the paintless spoilers on the top. But his the two liveries that I found that I really enjoy the wing textures are that bare metal American and then that one we flew yesterday. But this one has some dirty flaps. You'll be able to see it when we extend and land into Lima too. But this ambiance on the wing view, just go right now. Like, there's like a Finnair video, Finnair MD-11. And if you just listen to them after takeoff when the engines have rolled back, they're climbing like in a climb cruise. This is almost one-to-one what it sounds like back there. You know, we don't have a whole lot of HD video of passenger MD-11 flying. Now it's 78. From 87 to 78 in Attica. Yeah, it is a pricey bird. You are looking at some really deep system modeling, though, with this aircraft. It goes a lot deeper than the average airplane. Now, it is steep, though. It is steep. 78. I mean, you're talking more than Phoenix level there. Up until this, like, I feel like if this sound pack came with the aircraft, then I would say, you know what, it's close to being fully worth it. But the fact that you still got to get a sound pack is unfortunate. But at least it's a free sound pack, right? It's free. The rotate is 89, yeah. And so would you rather fly the rotate? So here, I love the rotate, Jesse. We flew. That's what brought me. That's honestly the rotate and the feelers have kept X-Plane 12 installed on my system. With the Mango sound pack with the rotate, I mean, I had to run the cockpit mod, the gray mod, the ant removal mod, and the Mango sound pack for the rotate, and then it was very enjoyable. And it's still an enjoyable experience, but this, you can get the airplane for $79 right now and the free sound pack, and you're right there. You could buy jet cart and a couple of biz jets. I hear you, man. PMDG triple and MD-11 are the best wide-body planes you could buy on Microsoft at the moment. I'm just being honest. The PMDG triple is definitely a very good one. The MD-11, yes, I would agree. I would argue the Anybuild's L1011 is also very good. I think the L1011 is the best Anybuilds release that we've had to date. They've cranked out a ton of updates on that airplane after it came out. It flies very well. The textures are awesome. The sounds are amazing on the L10. The L10 sound set is 1-to-1. It is a revival of a historic aircraft. They have preserved the L1011 forever in history with that release. I just know some people don't want to fly round gauge, which I get. But if you're looking for a tri-jet that doesn't have round gauge, now we've got our MD-11 back in the mix. 777 is great, but I didn't get bored flying it. You don't really do much. Buckeye fly it. See, I'm right there with you, man. People ask, why don't I fly the 777 more than the channel? It's a wonderful add-on, and there's a lot simulated, but everything that's simulated is how the real 777 works. It's a very automated aircraft. There's not a lot to do. So my preference when I sim is I want more to do. I love the L1011. I love programming the box, the INS. I love programming the TPS. I love managing the fuel. I love manually flying the aircraft around. It's also very unique feeling with its DLC on approach. It's one of the most unique flying, hand-feeling airplanes in the sim when you get on approach. So I agree with you. MD-11, this is also very automated. It's harder to see how much is modeled with airplanes that are highly automated. Take example the Phoenix, right? The Phoenix is the most realistic Airbus simulation we have on a PC computer. But if you don't know what you're looking for, you're not even going to know what's simulated. Same could be said here with the MD-11. Just case in point, on this stream, I turned the ignition on. You guys heard the packs cut out, right? That's true. That's correct simulation. After so much time with the ignition on and no airflow to the cabin, the packs will automatically turn back on. Very similar to the Airbus, which is also modeled and simulated with the Phoenix series of Airbus. This also has that model. But if you're not listening for that keynote, if you're not listening or waiting for that to happen or know that happens, that's a little detail that goes by the wayside. So when we push back, the packs were back on, blowing air. Then we start engines, they cut back out again because of how it's simulated. But it's automatic and it's behind the panel, so you don't really get an idea of what's going on if you don't know. Lucas, thanks again for the 10 Hey Ice. Appreciate you, man. I know 3 pilots that flew for Varig, 2 of which flew until the bankruptcy in 2006. They all started as glider pilots in the same airport flight school, getting your glider pilot license. Really small world, man. Very, very cool, man. Yeah, the Varig guys, they're pretty cool. I know one guy, he flew for Varig for a long time up until the bankruptcy as well. But it's funny. I didn't realize there were so many. I guess it's where I'm based. I'm based in South Florida right now. So a lot of the South America, Colombia, Brazil guys that, maybe they flew their careers, the majority of their careers in their home country, but now they're working in the U.S. I mean, I can't tell you how many Avianca guys I've flown with. I've flown with a couple of Tom guys. Pretty neat. Just my last trip, guy flew with 29 years Avianca. INI 350, at least for me, had some pretty bad WASM issues. A lot of people have had issues with the INI. I still think the 350 is good. Again, automatic jet, right? Especially when it comes to long-haul flying. I don't want to do nothing on a long haul. The Felis 741, probably my favorite wide-body long hauler, because if you're going to do a long haul, I want to be invested in that long haul flight. How do you get invested? Taking a long time to set up the airplane. The Felis is a very intricate setup to get that aircraft ready for flight. All the way from cold and dark to takeoff, there is a lot that you're doing. There is a lot. And I love that because then you feel vested as you take off and cruise for a long time. The 350, uplink your flight plan, push back, engines auto start, taxi out, you've done nothing and you're just sitting there with your computer running, you know? Same can kind of be said with the 777. What are we going to do when the 741 drops? Oh, dude, I'm telling you, Classic Jet Sim Pilot, this is the year. This is the year of classic jets, and I couldn't be more excited, man. We've got L10, MD11, 741, and then and Just Flight's still working on the Fokker 70. So, you know, you get that, and you're talking about the A300 from Just Flight if that comes out anytime soon. So, I know, man. A Classic Jet Sim Pilot, this is our year, dude. All right, we're up at 37082 Mach. It's a smooth ride. Seatbelt signs are coming off. You're free to move about the cabin. I have my little FCU bound from the range knob over here, which is pretty cool. All right, 37082 Mach. Let's go to the perf page. We can do 83, yeah. Give me 83 at least, if you can. All right, 83 Mach. We're nav 1 holding 370. Seatbelt signs are off. The screens look pretty good. I mean, they've come a long way on this jet. This jet has come a long way, no doubt about it. Hey, stop closing my window shades. Look at that view. This. This. I used to use DC-6 for long haul, all setups, temps, manifold pressure, and 3,000 nautical miles to fly. Awesome experience. Yeah, you talk about that's another incredible 3,000 miles of a DC-6, man. We'll just take a look at the cabin here in a minute. Lucas, thanks for that on the 5A. Says one is retired and flies for fun, the other transferred to GOL. Other flies for Qatar since 2006. Very cool, man. Very cool, Lucas. How long is this flight? I need to go to my galley. Well, we have, if I look at my prog page here, estimating 1.6 left in 640 miles at 1320 sim time. Sim time now is 12, so an hour and 20 minutes. Let's enjoy some of these views here, and we'll do a cabin tour. We need to come back to the modern classics ATR. How is the ATR? How are we at the ATR? It just received an update, right? I need to figure out how to get the update installed, or I guess it's through Marketplace, right? Because I owned it before. Is that how it works? You just go through Marketplace, update the ATR, download it, whatever it is. Because I actually really enjoyed that airplane a lot on 2020. But what made me, we talk about sounds bringing you over the edge. It was the sound pack from FT Sim that brought me over the edge in the ATR. I don't know if the sounds are updated at all in 2024. The window shades open and close according to where the sun is? That is cool and annoying. No updated sounds. Vod, could you try that Lear 25 out? You try that Lear 25 out yet? It depends what kind of flying you're in the mood for. Do you want to be focused with a cup of coffee or set it and leave it? I know, right? Exactly, Fred. Well, other than the DC-6, the same could be said for the MD-11, the 741, or 200 rather, the Felis. Once you get to cruise, you can pretty much leave it. unless you got INS waypoints to reprogram. Echo 19 are doing a sound pack for ATR. All right, well, maybe we'll hold off on the ATR until Echo 19 drops one. Maybe a little Boris CRJ. Ooh, Ryan, I know you love that CRJ. It's right now. The CRJ, man, that thing drove me mad when it first came out. You know what? Don't you have to? Isn't it a paid update for 24? I don't know if I even have it, Ryan. To be honest with you, I know it's not on my aircraft library. Was that on Aerosoft? Do I have to log into Aerosoft to download it? You need an E-Jet. You know, I've loved those E-Jets for a while. So, ironically, after they got their VNAV, I never flew them again. But we do need to fly the E-Jets again. I've always liked the E-Jets. We flew them on this channel all the time. I got so much grief for that. You guys are like, why are you flying E-Jets? They're POSs. Like, they sound amazing. They look amazing. They hand fly amazing. So what? They don't have VNAV. Now they got VNAV, and I haven't flown them yet. Coffee is out, chat. V1, we're driving to Expo this year, so feel free to DM me if you want to chat about any transportation. Oh, Delta Tango, very kind. I appreciate you. Very kind, Delta Tango. Yeah, I gotta double check what's gonna happen here schedule wise, but should be getting in Friday morning ish. I sent a DM about 1 Victor Sierra whenever you can get around to it. What's up? What do you need about 1 Victor Sierra? How is the jet card? Oh, speaking of jet card, I saw we took the number 2 spot last night. Whew, buddy. Taking names. Let's do a little cabin tour. Careful of the step down. Look at this cockpit, though. Man. Alright. Oh, they have the little ELT, or not ELT, the little cockpit door switch. We do have a custom cabin here. What do we got? Granola bars, pineapple, Philly cheesesteak, 200, something that's stinky, 18 karat gold, crew only, hydrogen peroxide, WTF, Heinz, cheese pizza, Costco hot dogs, yummy. Hey, Costco hot dogs, 2 of those. Save one for me. Although, I'm not going to eat that until we are on TOD, because that's a risk. We get the hot dog sweats from Costco. Welcome to first class, ladies and gentlemen. Beautiful cabin on the TFDi, too. Green dot today? Nah, no green dot. It's a normal flight. It's a short flight. What's going to happen to 10 Victor Charlie after someone crashed it? Oh, speaking of, I got to find who landed 10 Victor Charlie. I don't think they have Discord. But, the pilot in command of 10 Victor Charlie is probably subject to release. Or release from the fleet, which means we'll have to hire someone. Oh wow, look at that. You can really see the wing flex from out here. You know, did they do a cabin update on this? Look at the fine. This is great. I remember this splattered plastic look. They do have Discord? Alright. Well, I'm gonna have to message them. Bins open? I forgot the bins open. You come back here, play flight attendant. We got Las Vegas Traveler's Choice. Not anymore. Vegas is clapped out now. I gotta see if does Whiskey's well, we've got the kick-ass ATA liveries on the L10. He made some DC-10 liveries for the MD-11 though back in the day. I wonder if any of them are compatible. I'll have to take a look at what Whiskey Throttle's got. Nice lav model here. Very nice, very nice. I mean, this cabin is very well optimized. Internal temp. Let's do chiller. Look at these galleys, man. This is back when flying was legit. Could you imagine? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 252. A 252 cabin. Wow. Right. Everyone's got their window shades closed because of the sun. Okay, that right there, that's real life. That is real life. Who are we facing for disciplinary board at VEC? Well, we'll have to have a public vote. 800 feet per minute is that is definitely a hard landing inspection requirement. I got to see how much that pilot has been flying in VEC to determine if they get a warning or not. If they haven't been flying much, if the rep is not very high, then maybe our second dismissal. Am I too late to the prestige party? Folded and bought jet card earlier today and was wondering if apps are still open. Hey, Ryan, Janice, thanks again for the $5 super chat. The apps are still open. I might have to actually close it. My fear is if I put hiring to off, I'll lose all the apps on file. You can file your app, but if your rep goes up, I don't know if it updates live time. So right now the competition is very high in terms of min rep. I'm looking, if you're not a 60 rep minimum, you're probably going to get passed over. But as terms of hiring right now, it's pretty tight because we're running an efficient fleet, and I got to save space for the Falcon 50. I'm still saving space for the Falcon 50, so you can still get competitive though. You can do charter flights, be working on your own reputation, get your rep up, keep your app on file, and you'll probably be able to join the Prestige party here. Prestige is on Beyond ATC now, if I'm correct. If you file it correctly, you will get the Prestige call sign. Sounds like I got to get some time in jet card, but I'm thinking about applying. Yeah, well, and we want you to know how to use the program too. So the more you get comfortable using it, plus it's fun to experience it too. You want to get in, you want to fly some charters, no limits pretty much. You just kind of fly in, do whatever you want, pick up some cool charters, fly the airplanes you want. Once you commit to a company, then you're a little bit more locked in. But I got some real fun ideas for the company in terms of turning some streams, some Prestige VEC streams into group flights, which will be really cool. More on that later. Let's continue on here. We need a good flight simulator or flight attendant simulator mod. Oh, please no. Please no. I'm very impressed by the sounds in the cabin as we move it. This seems very believable. This seems like I could lift this handle. I don't want to do that. Emergency exit. Oh, look at. Oh, that's a cool view right there. The scratches right there. Come on. Chad, the MD-11 is. We're going to be seeing it on this channel more. We're going to be seeing it more. I don't trust jet car landing rates at all. It's a lottery. Oh, it's funny. Only the people who complain about jet car landing rates are the ones that have hard landings. Every single landing I've done in jet card has been believable to what I've anticipated on the sim. Like, the ones that I feel are hard, they're firmer. The ones that I think I did pretty good, they're pretty good. So, I think people's feelings just get hurt because they're so sensitive. They think every landing should be a butter. Honestly, there are times in the real airplane when you're like, oh, this is going to be a greaser, and it's just not. It's just not. So the sporadicness is good. I love jet car landing rates. They're the best thing. They're the most accurate landing rates I've ever seen. Prodigus, well, Swarm 1600, that was he had a problem with his sim. He like disconnected and reconnected. So he had an excuse. He was able to listen. He got a call from the chief pilot. We talked to him on Discord, and he was able to plead his case. He successfully navigated the carpet dance. Are any of them any good? Volantis, Trashwell, I think, and here a problem with data pool rate. Well, Beef Jesus, the thing is, airplanes nobody measures feet per minute in real life. So what happens is when you touch down, the aircraft, depending on what airframe it is, and I can only speak to the ones I've flown, the 737 and the 320, and the E-Jet was the same way. They're looking for a couple things. First off, what's the aircraft weight? Where is the CG? There's multiple spots along the aircraft that is going to be calculated for hard landing. what is the G load in a 3-second interval from touchdown to, you know, full reverse and all that. There's a 3-second interval that calculates the G load, where it is, are you side loaded, what's your lateral G, and if those things hit a certain threshold, then a hard landing report is triggered. We did the calculations, and I had a maintenance guy talk to me on the Airbus specifically, and he said it's right around 800 feet per minute. Let me see. I have it written down in a note. If I can find it again. Notes. Down a long time ago. Here we go. I wrote this down in 2021. So a hard landing report on the Airbus is triggered at around 14 feet per second if you have a G load in excess of 2.86 Gs or 2.6 Gs measured at the center of gravity point. Coincidentally, 14 feet per second is right around 840 feet per minute. So if you look at the landing rates, they're all measured in feet per minute, and then you look at the G load, they're like, that doesn't make any sense, like because it's flight sim. But the real airplane, I posted the real reports. They measure at certain intervals, right? So you're tracking the feet per second 1 second before touchdown. You're tracking the feet per second or the radio altimeter landing rate at the touchdown event. And then you're tracking the G load from touchdown event to 3 seconds after touchdown, right? So because when the airplane touches down, it's not instantly down. It's, you may touch down, you may bounce, the spoilers come up, the spoilers will increase the G load, right? So it's a very complex situation for the real aircraft. So all these landing rates that just measure feet per minute, and you know, it's just for fun and games. So if you're going to play the game, don't complain. So JetCard has got a plenty fine game. I feel like JetCard has nailed it with the landing rates. Everyone thinks the landing rates are perfect until they have a hard landing. Like, well, there's no way that was hard. But it keeps it fun. Honestly, in real life, I've like, oh, this is going to be a butter. This is going to be a butter. And then I'm like, what? No. And I've even noticed discrepancies on the real printouts on the Airbus. So I've had landings that have had higher feet per minute on the rough calculation, but less G load over the 3-second landing event. What you feel on your body is not feet per minute. It's actual G load when you touch down. You can touch down at a very low feet per minute, but be side loaded, and that lateral G is going to make the landing feel much harder. Anybody that's flown PPL or in their flight training, this is especially apparent in light aircraft. If you fly a Cessna 172 and you are side loaded on touchdown, you are going to feel a much different and more excessive impact than you would if you were completely not side loaded or completely, you know, straight parallel with the center line. So not having a measure of, you know, the lateral G and all that, it's all just kind of meh. You know, a good landing, if you have something that measures G load, I don't know, I've never seen a G load calculator in flight sim that looked realistic. Oh, this is a cool view here behind the wing. But it's all for fun. Just have fun with it. Have fun. Have fun. We use at VEC, we use the JetCard landing rates, and if you complain about JetCard landing rate, you are subject to carpet dance. That's the new rules. It just gone into effect. So vodka, watch yourself. I've never experienced crazy discrepancy, but there have been some where I think it's sub 100, ends up being 150 to 200, but I usually chalk it up to skill issue. There you go. Yeah. So yeah, I've seen, I remember on the bus, there was a while there where I was just, I was printing them out. I think I posted them in the main Discord too, but I definitely posted in the After Dark section, the members only part of the Discord. I'll show you the actual landing rate printouts from the airplane, which is pretty cool. I still have a handful of them. But yeah, there were times where the feet per minute was higher, but my G load was less, and it felt better. Or there were times when I actually felt the landing was harder, but the foot per minute was shockingly low. And the printout in the Airbus, it doesn't actually give you feet per minute. It gives you the radio altimeter landing rate, or the closure, 1 second before touchdown, and then what the rate is at impact. So then you have to do a little calculation, and that's all done in feet per second, and then you multiply it times 60 to bring it up to feet per minute. So it doesn't even, there's not like the printout, oh, you were 850 feet per minute. No, no, no. If you ever see the landing reports for an Airbus, it's all G load, lateral G, longitudinal G, CG. So just have fun with it. Just have fun with it. Do you base your landings on how many people clap at the cabin? Well, if you're flying to the islands, man, they always clap. San Juan, they always clap when you land at San Juan. My wife has a video. I took her to San Juan. One of my last, ironically, well, the last time my wife flew on my airplane, we went to San Juan for a trip. I had a nice, 30-hour overnight. I took her to San Juan. She was sitting in the back. I don't know if I ever told this story. It'd be a good podcast story. But, I mean, the landing, I got very lucky because we were flying right into just a huge wall of rain. And the wall of rain was right into the flare. I lost pretty much all visual references in the flare. And I'm like, oh, brother. But she's recording the video from the back. And as soon as we touched down, it was a greaser. It was a greaser. Everyone started clapping in the cabin. It's kind of cool. But, yeah, a lot of the trips, San Juan, they clap. St. Martin, they tend to clap. Do I need to press the damn FA call button? What? Wait, some guy, what do you need? What's up? Can you sign me one Victor Sheridan to get a chance? Oh, landing challenge. Yeah. I can't launch Jet Card right now because I'm in sim. I don't want it to mess things up. I'll do it right after stream. Is today Sunday? Oh, no, it's already past Sunday. Let me launch it for you right now. Let me assign it to you right now. Who's in it? Flight Sim Guy did win. Let me launch Jet Card real quick. So if you win the landing rate competition at VEC, you get to reserve a tail number for the next week. So let me go to the fleet. I'm going to kick out whoever's in it. He's probably going to complain in Discord, so if any of my captains see it, just let him know. I've kicked him out of one Victor Sierra, which is the flagship Sovereign livery. That's the bare metal. I better see some screenshots, Flight Sim Guy. I better see some screenshots. All right, one Victor Sierra. Where are you? We have 35 Sovereigns at our VEC. Freaking love it. November 1, Victor Sierra. Ooh, I'm sorry, Oxford. I'm kicking you out. I'm going to release you. He's on an active 3-leg trip. I'm sorry, my friend. Release and void trip. Now I'm going to assign you to Flight Sim Guy. If I can find you. Why do we have so many pilots at this company? Flight Sim Guy. Assigned. Do you want me, Flight Sim Guy, do you want me to ferry the aircraft to you? Right now it's in Oxford, EGTK. I can give you a free AI ferry to anywhere you want to go. The aircraft is based in Medellin, but I will ferry it to anywhere you want to go. Right now it is sitting in EGTK. You get a free ferry with your landing rate victory. I think Jet Car landing rate is a little jacked. Ah, AJ. AJ. You're flirting with chief pilots here now. We do not say anything bad about the landing rate Jet Card. Flight Sim Guy, where do you want the bird, buddy? Let me know. Where do you want the bird? Ferry to Key West. All right. GTK. All right. Confirm ferry. I will put the one that's. I'll ferry one over there. What was it? EGTK vodka. Is that where it was? Oh, it's a long way from home. Oxford. All right. I ferried one over there to Oxford for him. He's got a plane over there. All right, but I took care of it. All right, this isn't a jet card stream. You guys are distracting me. Let's get back at it. Where are we at? We got to get back to our windows here. Good idea, the vodka. I ferried one over there for him. Congratulations, Flight Sim Guy, on our first weekly landing rate challenge. Probably should get back up to the flight deck. 450 miles to go. Probably start looking at our TODs. Love the cabin. I gotta say, this is the TFDi that I've listened to the wind noise picking up here as we get forward. This is a nicely optimized cabin, nice detail in the cabin. I kind of like that one view we were at where we could see the wing flex. We were way far forward of the engine still. Where were we? We're like right in here somewhere. Excuse me. Look at that. No jet card MD11 flights? You know what? I don't think they have. I don't think we have a... I don't think we have MD11 on jet card, do we? Are there any private MD11s? We would definitely get one, but I don't think there are. There's no private MD11s. There's no private L10s. We're gonna have to do a tri-jet showdown. Let's see which is better. I tell you what though, the sounds have really pushed me over the edge with this MD11. I'm jacked to be flying it again. I don't remember the TFDi looking this good on the inside and being so interactive. See, Ryan, I'm the same way, dude. We haven't flown it since yesterday, but before yesterday, it's been almost 6 months. It's 5 months since we last streamed it. So I know there were some updates, and with the free sound pack, there's no excuse. If you like these sounds, you can get them for free. So on Flight Sim just go download them. It really pushes this aircraft to the top of the pack for me. I'll be completely honest with you. The cabin texturing is really nice. The aircraft texturing is really nice. The model is very nice. It's feeling very polished now. It's feeling very polished. What is the current rep for hire? I just got the Sovereign working after some binding issues. Delta Fan, right now our hiring is very slow. But we're looking at about a min 60 rep now. It used to be 50, now it's about 60. About a min 60 rep to start getting looked at. No cheating this week, Flight Sim Guy. You need to stop talking about how good this plane is. My wallet can't take the hit. Well, I know. I need vodka to get this airplane so we can make a better profile. The thing with force feedback on the MD11, whether it's in X-Plane or Microsoft, I've always had issues with the trim because the MD11 has that sassle trim thing on the overhead that basically moves the trim for you. And when you have force feedback that's doing trim as well, they tend to conflict, so it makes a very challenging profile. Makes it very challenging to get a good profile. Is there any VEC livery for the BBJ? Benny, good to see you, my man. Not yet. I gotta hit up Whiskey to see what we're gonna do. I'm on the fence of what I want to do next. Do I want to do the BBJ, or do we want to do maybe a little CJ4 fleet? I don't know. I don't know how many people will fly the CJ4. I want to add the CJ4 to the fleet because it's a lot of fun. But I don't know yet. Nah, Ryan, there is no 7.2 private yet. There is none. What we need to be doing, though, and what I might actually have to do is I might actually have to get the Super 727 so we can get familiar with the avionics, because that's going to be on the Falcon 50. It's going to be on the 50. Fireflyer, thanks for the $2 super chat, my man. Looking for force feedback, Yokes, Moza, or Bruner. Fireflyer, I hope you didn't misunderstand me yesterday or a couple days ago in Discord about how you booked the flight, dude. Honestly, I was just trying to figure out why we were still having some like weird. Well, I don't think it was you. I think it was Fire Soli. Never mind. I was just trying to figure out why every now and then we get a duplicate booking or someone gets a plane stolen. I'm trying to figure out how that's happening. Is there something like, is someone booking a charter and for someone's doing a trip generation, or is someone not closing their jet card? One thing though, after you've completed a flight, or I would highly suggest closing your jet card and restarting it after a flight is done or a trip is done. Sean, the dev at JetCard, was saying sometimes they see pings of JetCard being open for days at a time. People just never close it. I think that can add up to problems. But looking for force feedback yokes, Moza or Bruner. Fireflyer, ask me after this weekend at Expo. All right, I'm gonna spend some time at the Moza booth. Hopefully, Vodka, if we can spend some time at the Moza booth together, then we can kind of get in real-time feedback on force, how their software is, and setting it up. I think that would be beneficial to a lot of people. Stream on in the background as I cook up the intro for a certain oh no, Nabil, you can't tease me like this. 28 months, thanks for the support, dude. Nabil is cooking up a promo. Oh brother. Don't we already have CJ4? We have one, Darth Russ. We have one. Diabetic Lad adds CJ4, more stuff included with the base sims. Yeah, CJ4 and turboprops. That's what I want to do. Private Fearless when? No, Diabetic Lad, it'll be a private 747-100 is what it's going to be, my man. Private 74100. Alright, how are things looking up here? Everything is looking good. Let's bring up our fuel. It's looking good there. I'll go back to the engine. Let's vibe out outside for a little bit. Oh, wow. Look at this view. A little bit more. Yeah. We never do a tail view very often here, do we? Has anybody looked at the flight deck stream? The 732? What phase of flight is he in? I wanted to see his takeoff in the FlyJ. I want to hear the takeoff.
No, we'll check around that.
Gosh, that's such a shame that there's really no improvement to the... Is it any different than the X-Plane 12? Textures look okay. I don't know. Got an FMS. I was kind of hoping that FlyJ 732 would be blow me out of the park exciting. Get back and do an X-Plane stream. Off to Teterboro, my second leg. Sweet, man. Key 6 says, V1, I need you and Vodka to get Moza profiles so I can get some profiles. I know. We need to get Moza sent to our house. AP1, no, this is default Microsoft, baby. Default. I use no mods. The Canada glider, the Gimli glider, that was a DC-10, I believe. Or no, was that a DC-10 or an A300? You're talking about the Gimli glider? What's up, AP1? How's it going, man? Oh, it was a 7.6. Okay, yeah, he's 7.6 with 2 engines. Hey, I didn't think it was a triojet. 7.6. This view makes me want to buy a new computer. Look at the... I mean... Microsoft Sim Update 5 has been cooking for me. It's been a really nice update. Man, I need a new number just today. How many spam calls did I get since the stream started? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 spam calls since the stream started. I don't know what's going on, man. A lot of options. The Piper M500, CJ4 ATR. Yeah, CJ4 and ATR, I think, are what I'm going to work on next. Speaking of, I guess we got a minute here in cruise. Instead of turning on any music, let's open up JetCard again. Let's take a look at our fleet and see what's going on here. I need to see the usage on that one CJ4. Let's see. Company fleets. What kind of usage we be looking at? I only communicate via voicemail these days. I hear you, Max. Captain Steve, sponsor. Is it Cloaked? You know what's funny? My wife was actually setting up for Cloaked, and then she stopped, and then after that she started getting spam calls. So the one CJ4 that we have in the fleet has 16 hours on it. So people are flying it. We might have to put some CJ4s in. But what I think I'm going to do next is turboprops in Orca's Island. Let's take a look at turboprops. King Airs, Starships. We could put some Starships on Orca's Island. We could definitely put the TBM up there. Nope, I disregard all of that. Avanti. We're putting Piaggios. We're going to put Piaggios in Orca's Island. And then we'll put CJ4s out in the Virgin Islands somewhere out there. The Avanti is a sweet airplane from Flight FX. Do they have the ATR? I don't see the ATR. I thought they added it. Let me go all and search ATR. Highline. 25 mil? 25 mil for an ATR? Gross. How are we doing on the leaderboard? There we go, baby. Look at Monarch Air Group. They're panicking. They've doubled their flights in the last 3 days since we started VEC. But Monarch Air Group is nothing but free flight with a third-party app. All they have is airliners. Look, Alpaca Executive, Blue Arrow. That's Blue Games. We're rising to the top, baby. Rising to the top. We're going to do it right. Let's take a look at the live map, then we're going to close this because I'm addicted to this app. If I start looking at it, I want to do a jet card stream. Who's this? Who's boarding? Taxi out. Grand Canyon to Burbank. Steve is going to Tucson. Someone just blasted off out of Burbank going to ACV. I love the fact that Arcata is in there. I want to roll an ACV flight. Flight Sim guys currently headed into Friday Harbor. Aviators headed home to Friday Harbor. Who's out over the water? Sovereign. TXKF. That's Bermuda to Teterboro. Sweetness. We got our jets out of Africa. That's good. Slam Cannon. Sim Exec is going into Geneva. Love it, baby. All right, let's close jet card because you guys are getting me too excited. This is not a jet card stream. Enjoy the MD-11. Look at this beauty. I mean, the MD-11 is... Look at that view. The streaks on the tail, so good. So good. Second on Leo leaderboard. Raise when? Hey, listen. Speak with your union. I'm good for it. I'm management. Monarch is going to go bankrupt anyway. Yeah, they got some serious bills they're going to have to pay here pretty soon. Love streaky tails? Nabil. Are we how long are we talking weeks, months, days till we see a promo for the promo? Like a trailer for the promo? You're killing me, dude. Weeks, not months, days, not weeks. What are we thinking? What are we thinking to do? How's the cooking going on over there? I wish you were coming to Expo, man. Wish you were coming to Expo. Ryan says, that, now that I bought Jet Card, thank you for the $5 super chat. Ryan says, now that I bought a Jet Card, what is the must-get third-party BizJet? I've seen a few different on the channel. Wondering what your favorite is. Oh, Ryan, it's tough, dude. There's a toss-up right now. First off, you have to decide, do you want old school or new school? Old school, the only option we have right now is a Lear 35. It's a phenomenal airplane. We only have 3 of them in the fleet. So if you want to fly the Lear in the fleet, probably not going to be the best option. If it's your first BizJet, probably not the Lear. It's probably not a good idea. It's a very demanding airplane. But I also encourage it because it's very good. Basically, between the Phenom and the Sovereign, the Sovereign to me feels like the Garmin 5000 has got more feature and is more complete and is more capable at this time. I like its ACARS, its CPDLC. I like the way I can get my flight path vector up. Those are really the only things that the Phenom doesn't have. But what the Phenom has is a really cool cabin management system, because the Phenom inherently is a boring airplane to fly, if you ask me. It's all automatic, FADEC starts. So there's not a lot to do. You would get bored quick. However, they have a very cool cabin interaction. They have a real-time boarding and loading. The truck comes up, the car shows up, the bags show up, the fuels truck shows up. You have cinematic engine start views by default. Like, you have maintenance and wear and tear. So you've got a ton of cool things with the Phenom as well. It's honestly, it just comes down to what you think you like better, because I can't stay here and tell you one is hands down better than the other, because I have an equal amount of fun when I fly either or. I honestly have an equal amount of fun. It's just different. It's just a different type of fun. Sovereign's got more legs and a little bit more speed. Definitely a little bit better performance in short runway environments. But the Phenom is no slouch. So you've got that. And then in another class is the FlightFX Citation 10. I have a soft spot for the Citation 10 in my heart. I love the Citation 10. If you just want to fly fast and far, 9.2 Mach, 50,000 feet, the 10 is for you. A little bit more of a challenge landing, I think, than the Phenom and the Sovereign. Get those real swept wings. She can be a handful in a crosswind, that's for sure. But the X is fantastic as well. It's, you know, we sit here and say, I wish it had more simulated. Honestly, it's got everything functional that you would use A to B, like the way the hydraulics work, the way the bleeds work, the way the engines work. I do wish it had maintenance and a failure system, or like a wear and tear system, or at the very least a real-time boarding cabin interaction type system, kind of like the Phenom. I think that would be a cool addition. But the FlightFX is just a ton of fun to fly too. It's, in my opinion, the best hand-flying BizJet in the sim is FlightFX 750. It might be one of the best hand-flying jets in the sim, period. The Citation 10. It's that good. It's that good of an airplane. Like, it is a blast to hand fly. So you really just gotta pick which one you think is gonna be your favorite and go with it. Because like I said, you won't pick one and then be disappointed. You'll pick one, you'll be like, oh, I love it. I love it so much I want another jet. And then you'll buy another jet. So there is a V2 coming soon, TM, allegedly. Is that official, Helix Heart? Like, is that official? Like, they are officially gonna be doing a V2 of the 10? Look at the landing gear lever spring. I didn't notice that before. Look at the spring in here for the release, the up lock, release lock. Nice little detail. Should we have a seat on the jump seat? Wish the aircraft condition system on jet card translate to sim. Imagine taking an air with 6% having a problem and going to blame the last pilot. Yeah, but then, I mean, you got to remember, jet card is a $20 third-party app that, you know, it's got a purpose. You know, you're looking more into on-air situation there, right? It would be cool if landing rates over a certain threshold increased the condition, though. I think that would be a good trade-off. Because if everyone keeps landing the jets hard, then their conditions deteriorate faster, which would then require maintenance sooner, which in turn means we got to spend more money, which in turn means you guys start landing hard, I start firing people, right? So I do think it would be cool, because I feel like it wouldn't be that hard because jet card already has its landing rate capture system, right? So you just tie that into, okay, landing rate excess of this feet per minute equals a 2% hit on aircraft condition. A landing rate over this feet per minute equals a 5% decrease in aircraft condition. So it doesn't have to interface with the module in the sim per se, because that would be very intricate and a lot of coding to do. But just in terms of jet card maintenance, I think that would be cool. I might have to raise that idea in the Discord, just put a little Discord feature request or idea. They have all these, when you come up with ideas like this, the jet card Discord, they have a whole section where you can put ideas and stuff into. Lucas, thanks for the 5. Hey, Ice, he says, I gotta go, guys. Now is 1/20th of a glider owner. IRL, gotta help the guys install the new belly hook that just arrived. Heading to the field. Hey, Lucas, take it easy, man. Very cool, dude. Be safe out there. Get that belly hook installed, man. Thank you for the support, Lucas. We'll see you on the next one, buddy. Hello from Kentucky. Hello. Are you a bourbon fan, Adam? I'm so close to add the Honda Jet because of jet card. Benny, we do. That's another thing. Is the Honda Jet worth me taking a look at? That's another FlightFX airplane, right? We have 3 or 4 Honda Jets in V1EC in exec charter. I don't own the Honda Jet though, so I don't know like how good is it. It's a Garmin though, isn't it? I think that's what turned me off. I think I'm not buying any more private jets that have Garmin avionics. I think I'm done. Flying from Corpus to Key West in the Lear 35. I'm worried that's going to be the next hard landing. You'll be fine, Mick Oatmeal. You'll be fine. It's a G5000 plane. Yeah, I'll probably skip it then. I'm over the Garmins, man. I just... You know, the other thing with the Garmin that I don't like, people ask me, why are you anti-Garmin? And it's... I'm anti-Garmin SimWorld because for those of you that are familiar with real-world Garmin, SimWorld Garmins, short of the TDS, like the Payware Garmin trainer, they can do so much more real world that even though we have quote unquote a lot simulated in the sim, it still barely scratches the surface of what the real G5000 does in the actual jet. So it's almost like if you know what the Garmin's capable of, I mean, just look at all the options that are grayed out when you go through the Garmin menus in the sim. There's a ton of stuff that's not simulated. So it's kind of like, well, why don't we just put a Proline 21 in here? Why don't we do round gate? You know, that's another part of my thing. Same, that was my stance on the G1000 back in the X-Plane 11 days. People are like, oh, G1000. The G1000 was fine, but it had like 10 features. The real G1000 has over 1,000 features. So when you know the difference between the real Garmin and the sim Garmin, you're like, this is kind of lame. Honda's G3, yeah, it's a G3000, but the G3000 and 5000 are the same fundamentally. They are different. They're certified under different parts. So the G3000 and 5000 are essentially the same units. They just get certified under different parts. Another update just dropped for the Phenom. What was in it? Don't tender to me, but don't tempt me with another Phenom flight today. I can't do it today. I might fly the Phenom at home though. Yeah, the Piaggio is Proline. I know, man. I know. FlightFX using new updated avionics V2 and the 145 from the C758. That plane get 145. Really, Helix Heart. Okay. Let's go, FlightFX. Am I going to retry the CSS-7.3? I don't want to. I don't think it's there yet. I don't think it's there yet, my man. Look at that view. Oh, FEOM update says improved landing stability. Very interesting. Dale, I'm right there with you, man. In the sim, it's a flying iPad. I hear you. Improved landing stability, spoiler axis binds management to prevent overrides by hardware. Ah. All right. I mean, the FlySimWare is a great airplane. That Phenom is a great airplane. I will not discount it. Matter of fact, I might fly it on my home PC or something. We are getting close to top of descent, though. What are we looking at here? Let's go to our perf. Top of descent, 127 miles. I need to look at some charts here. Give me a second. Let me pull up my charts for Lima. The Tattoo 4. Bottom altitude is 2,100 feet. There is Victor. Rodock is 4,000. All right, let's go ahead and scroll in profile descent to 2,100 for the bottom of the arrival. All right, Prof to 210. Descent speeds, we're gonna do clear that out. We'll do 80, 81, and 310 in the descent. That's good. Can we get forecast winds? I have to put them in manually? Really? What is the ACARS like? Weather, does this work? SPJC? No? I actually don't know if this works. ATIS? There's no send button. Alright. No wind to put in there. We'll auto-tune the ILS though. Let's take a look at some landing data. We'll get that set up here before we get coming down. Performance for landing, 1.6 left. Door, 1.6 left. 190 at 12. Landing weight, we'll get the landing weight. 4,700 feet, 9,700 available. Min auto brakes, reversers all, flaps 35. So we'll do min, keep the brakes cool. Auto brakes, min, prof descent speeds are set. Coming up on TOD here very soon. Fuel is looking good. Vibe out on the wing view or outside again? I can't remember where we want to be. I love the wing view. Turn the sounds up a little bit. Far from what I've seen from other streamers, they say the CSS is okay, but the sounds are... Yeah, it's the same sounds. That's the same sound. So until they get a new sound set, I'm not going to try it. I'll let Classic Jet Sim Pilot do it. But until they get a new sound set, yeah, we'll stay away. Ken LeMay, I hope the Falcon BizJet coming out will be good. Me too, man. I was really hoping they would drop it before Expo. Maybe they're going to release it at Expo. Who knows? Which, that kind of sucks if they release it at Expo, because then you're like, well, I can't fly it. I'm at home. I'm at the Expo. Like, I'll leave the Expo to go home fly the Falcon 50. I'm really hoping it's good, Ken, because I love tri-jets. You know this. I love BizJets. So a tri-jet BizJet, come on, man. And it's round gauge with the FMS from the Super 727, essentially. So you got a digital PFD and HSI. The cockpit shots look good. The model looks good. I need it. I need it to be good, man. We'll all head to Vodka's place. There we go, and watch him fly. Francois, thank you for the $5 super chat. Says, I just found you a couple weeks ago. Love your stuff. You never walk alone. Fly on, brother. Hey, thank you so much, man. I appreciate your fans from Francois. Thanks for the $5 super chat, sir. I wish the Black Square would do a legacy round gauge Avanti. Oh. I think it would fit in with the unique planes, Nick. That is the 21 Avanti doesn't have enough simulated for me. The Flight FX doesn't have enough simulated for you? Dude, the Flight FX Avanti is pretty dang good, man. What more do you need simulated? It's got passengers, it's got maintenance, it's got it all. And it hand flies really nice, and the sounds are awesome. But yeah, Black Square level would be cool. I mean, the Black Square Starship, I'm going to have to start flying that on jet card now. The Starship, it is a perfect jet card airplane because you can fly it almost like an airliner, like a prop liner, and she's going to have purpose now. What's up, V1? How's the sound pack? PKG Blueface, it has made this airplane, it's going to be a staple in our rotation now. That's how good it is. The sound pack is awesome, PKG. I absolutely love it. Do we know who's doing the sounds on the Falcon 50? Love the cockpit reflection in the passenger windows. Chef kiss. I know, AJ. At least we have a cabin, unlike your X-Plane 11. Here you go, AJ. There you go. Better? Are you happy now, AJ? You insufferable human. A Citation XLS? Yes, Bryce. I said this earlier. The only thing that could make the Sovereign better is if it was a straight Sovereign. Could you imagine a Sovereign, the Skyward Sim Sovereign, with the epic avionics, straight wing, juice? Good to see you taking out the Mega Dog. Always on my way to sign up for your company. Just got jet card. Hey, very cool. Welcome. Get that application in. Keep that rep up. Look at these little lakes out here, AJ. We're going to need to get the fishing app and go fishing out here. Look at this little lake. I want to fly the float plane right there. Where are we? Just to being BTE. All right, here we go. Profile to 210. She should start rolling back here any minute now. Anticipating a TOW. 12:59. 7 minutes. I would be happier. Oh, sorry, I forgot AJ doesn't like the windows. I'd be happier with the steam gauge Sovereign. Yes, me too. I'm gonna get the Starship, try to learn it more or less for that reason. It's not Garmin. Darth Rust. The Starship is incredible in terms of navigation capabilities. What it can do is just, it's so cool, man. And I don't know of anything on the Starship that's not modeled. So I might need to get, I know Tita is asking for a livery. I might need to get a VEC livery for the Starship. Ooh, should we do that next? Should we get starships in Orca's Island? Store starships and Avantis in Orca's Island and get a custom livery for the starship. I have my V1 livery, but I don't know if I want to use that for VEC. I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. Doing my 6th flight on jet card. Loving it so far. Much better than flying virtual airlines. Hey, what's up, man? I'm glad you're enjoying jet card. Glad you're enjoying it, man. I've been having a ton of fun with it. I'm addicted, man. I'm sitting in the penalty box in Miami thinking about jet card like, if I get this fleet here and I put them looking at my JEPs, you know, like, where can I open a next base? Addicted, man. Mr. Randazzo's in the house. What's going on, man? Loving the 3-engine enjoyment on the office TV screen today. Heck yeah. Working on your 747 and beginning to get excited as all the pieces are coming together. Hope you had a good weekend. Maybe. Mr. Randazzo, pleasure to have you on board, man. Welcome aboard. Yes. 3 engines, 4 engines. I'm so tired of flying 2-engine airplanes, Mr. Randazzo. I'm so tired of it. We need more than 2 engines. 747 is coming together, Chad. Fantastic. It's a bummer that y'all aren't going to be at the expo this year. It's a bummer. I was hoping we'd see some, 7-4 sneak peeks, expo reviews. V1, have you done any flights out of St. Simons Island? I have not, Rex. I have not. I have not. What are we looking at for time? 6 minutes. 6 minutes to top of drop. Look at that terrain down there. There is actually a no-fly zone. I think it's right off our left. I don't have my real-world charts with me, but there is on our charts, we have a no-fly zone for terrain, critical terrain for 2-engine aircraft, and I'm pretty sure it's this area. There's a small area right over here where the mountains, the terrain is just so high that you could potentially get in a bad spot if you lose an engine or single-engine performance. So we have a no-fly zone marked there, but I don't. It's on my charts. It wouldn't be on this. Mom's 80th birthday on Saturday. Wow! Congrats. Priorities. Congrats to Mom for turning 80. Absolutely. Priorities. Priorities. Absolutely. You have to give that Aero Tolas 346 a second go. It's not a 7.4 or 3-holer, but I've really been enjoying that bird. It flies incredible. Probably just, you're right. You're absolutely right. We did one stream in that. I was very impressed with how that airplane flew. I almost forgot that it's in the hangar. You should make a custom cabin announcement for a company jet card. BKG, can you make custom announcements for the Sovereign? I mean, I guess they have that sound. They have those sound files, so I guess you could. I guess theoretically, I guess you could, right? I'd have to look into that. That'd be kind of funny. Custom PAs for jet card. That'd be pretty sweet. You can't change the files in the SAW without breaking the plane. Oh, there you go. Is there a universal announcement? I don't know. I didn't even know there's announcements in jet card. Unfortunately, oh wow, look at that looks, the coastline down there is beautiful too. Look at all that. I was gonna say something I just forgot. Oh well. Oh, Lima. No good. There's no Lima scenery in 24, so we are landing at a default airport, unfortunately. No, I think there's a 2020 scenery, but I didn't own it, and I wasn't gonna buy it to see if it works for one flight into Lima. Maybe they'll use a certain NKS Captain Border Patrol announcement. That's AJ. I still can't believe somebody found that video. I can't believe that's the flight. Of all flights someone found of me, my last operator. That's too funny, man. Too funny. Just blasted off from my work, taking 7 Victor Charlie back to Geneva. Sweet, dude. I gotta get out to that Geneva base. You guys posting screenshots out there. It looks incredible. We're gonna have to do some Geneva fly-in. Mr. Anderson himself, thank you for the $5 super chat, sir. I appreciate you. V1 and a beautiful MD-11 chatting with Randazzo himself about the upcoming beautiful 7-4. What an awesome day. Happy 80th to Grandma Randazzo. Mr. Anderson himself, thank you for the $5 super chat, man. I appreciate that. Pass the message along. So we were thinking about our first 741 flight. Is it gonna be Quito? Are we gonna do Quito? No, Kai-Tak. I know it's Kai-Tak. We said Kai-Tak. Yeah, Kai-Tak. Yeah, we gotta do Kai-Tak. There's a video on YouTube of a 7-4. It's either a 200 or a 100 landing at Kai-Tak in the rain. Just nasty weather conditions. You guys seen that? It's pretty awesome. It's one of the few cockpit videos of a 7-4 going into Kai-Tak. A classic 7-4. Alright, we should be profiling down. Why are we need to push it? No? Shoot, what did we do? I thought it would automatically go down. Okay, there it goes. Alright, here we go. Let's go to work. Sounds up. Engine's coming back. Window shades up, please. I guess I had it set up right. I don't know why it didn't go down. Right when we hit TFD. Alright, auto brake min, terrain is on. Radar is not required. We got the radar off. Minimums will be set up automatically. Right? Or no, we're going to set our own mins. ILS 6, Victor. 244 in the barrow. Wow. Alright, 244 in the barrow is set. We'll auto-tune the freak. We're going to be looking for 1097 IJCH. Auto brake min. Everything is looking good here. Let's go to hydraulics. Looking good there. Fuel. Kind of tight on the gas, huh? 22.5. On the miscellaneous page, put you back on engine, on the descent down, bring the range out. Let's enjoy this approach. Lima, Jorge Chavez International Airport. Ryan says, thank you for $5 super chat. Ryan says, heading out for now to grab some food. It sounds good, man. It's lunchtime for me, too. We got to get this thing on the ground. Then taking up a Piper. Oh, out of my local airport, UNV, for some flying in the valley. See you at Expo. Ryan, fly safe, my man. Thanks for the $5 super chat. Enjoy that food. We'll see you at Expo, my friend. I will see you at Expo. Thank you so much for your support and hanging out with us today. It started the descent correctly. It's the little dot in the middle of the airplane on the ND, not the nose like most. See, I should have watched a classic jet pilot stream, not the nose. So it was doing it right. So I guess I should set prof to 10. The 21 is set. 10 is a restriction, 250k knots. So we're looking good. So user air, go figure. User air. Are we going to actually buy a plane yet? Are you talking about on VEC? No, not yet. Planes are mucho expensive. Plus, I gotta wait for the hype to die off a little bit to see where the actual numbers are gonna line up. So right now we're coasting. We're doing good. Everything is looking real good financially for us. We're looking real good. I think this Falcon 50 drops. It's going to be a perfect. We'll get one more boost. We'll do a big expansion for the Falcon 50. I'd like to get 25, 30 jets, and then we'll be able to shed some of the short leases that we have on the Phenom. So I think about a third of the Phenom fleet is on short lease, so we'll shed those. And then some of the Sovereigns are actually on short lease as well. We can shed those. And then we'll time it up. I think we'll time it up just right. I'm going to unionize for that raise. Yeah, you got to unionize. Yeah. High management, trust me, I'm good for it. Look, there's somebody else flying. That's another Iveoer right there. Look at that. I wonder where that guy's going. That contrail looks awesome. There he is right there. Can we ID it? It looks like a FedEx. I can't really tell. That's really cool. Latam, no, it's a Latam 4, or no, it's something with, it's a 7-4. It's a 7-4. Atlas, maybe? Gotta head out too, man. I'll get one victory share going this evening with some good screenshots. I look forward to it, Flight Sim guy. Take it easy, man. Thanks for stopping by. Am I using GFX? I am not, dude. I am not. It's probably Gus going the wrong way. Might be AJ. So AJ, what is your take on the Fly J73? I know you're a big X-Plane fan still. Do you have it, AJ? What was the TLDR for the Fly J stream? Would like to see one or two Gulf streams? Nah, that'll never happen. I don't think we'll ever see a Gulf stream in Microsoft Flight Simulator. At least not an official one. Iveo seems to be quite popular in South America. It is. Was certainly interesting running into ATC yesterday's stream. First time I've had ATC on Iveo. Oh, really? Yeah, Prodigus. I've had it a couple times down here. It's very popular in like Brazil and also Colombia and also Europe. They're pretty popular too. But Iveo is gaining some popularity. Oh, you don't have the Flight J sim? Okay. You're still not sold. Alright. Has there been any word on the Fly J72? Because I would like to do a comparison between the Fly J72 and the FSS sim. Monarch flights jumped up since this morning. I wonder why. Yeah, they're scrambling, man. But Monarch is literally free flight with an app running. If you want to fly 340s and 777s and just fly free flight or go fly for a virtual, like JetCard is literally a corporate jet charter application. So if you have a corporate jet company that's just full of ACJs and BBJs, you're essentially just flying a VA. Somebody press the mid button for that. All right, what's the trans level in the Lima? It is assigned by ATC. Transition altitude is 10,000. All right. So she's starting to slow up. Let's go ahead and get the seatbelt sign on. We need to extinguish those smokings. We'll go ahead and get the runway turnoffs fixed lights on as well. Do a PA, Air Lieutenant Overwing. Cool if you can call them up. Oh, we need to reset the flaps. Forgot to do that. Dial a flap, reset to 1.5 after takeoff. 1.5 sit. Get a little ad drag. Let's get some speed brakes out. Hey, window shades, quit that. The speed brakes are very quick to deploy on this airplane. They seem a little suspect. See that? The Sovereign speed brakes are awesome. I think my mouse is freaking out here. You see my mouse freaking out on me? Hopefully my mouse isn't dying. My chances of convincing you to get a 7.5 BBJ when Bluebird drops are slim. No, I can definitely see a 7.5 BBJ. I can see a 7.5 BBJ. I'll probably release the 319s because we don't even have a proper ACJ model. So I'll probably release those. But I would be down to get a 7.5. Yeah. 10,000 and 250, that seems a little bit unlikely. Speed brakes are coming out. Quit dropping your window shade on me. More than one way to do it. Gosh, the ambiance, the sounds of this sound pack from inside the cabin are so good. I feel like I could take a nap. Look at the detail on the slats. I think TFDi has really, man, since the last time I flew it, it did not look this good. I forget what this is, a slat. I don't know if there's a special name for this one, but when we deploy slats, watch this little like pylon slat drop down. It's probably my favorite part to the leading edge of the MD-11. It's so cool. It's so unique. We might actually need slats. 280. Let's go ahead and go slats. Position 1. Isn't that cool? That'll do it. That'll get us coming down. 250 at 10,000. We're looking good. Lima traffic. Vareg 357 heavy. We're at a 12,000. Currently about 36 miles to the north of the field. We're setting up for the ILS Victor 16 left. Lima traffic. Don't talk about that part of the wing too soon. There you go. Look at that. See, I dropped down. Isn't that cool though, AJ? Can you go out there and look at it? It's like a little pylon nub. I love the MD-11 slats too. We might have one 340, Mick Oatmeal. I might shed the 319s and get one 340. Alright, hill bag, that's the mist. Alright, here goes 10 thou, prof to 4. Let's get the rest of our lights on. Ding the cabin. Get flight recorder ready. We need to redeem ourselves from yesterday's landing. Flight recorder is standing by. Get 2 340s and assign one to Infian. I know, AJ. Have I seen the crosswing from Rebel Alliance? No, does not ring a bell. Thanks to you, I watched 3 videos of the guy that had rain video in a Kitech. Nice, Rex. Alright, VUMOX above 4, 230. We need flaps 15, which is dial flap. I'm going to manually pull speed. 180. I'll tell you what, let's do 190. 190 pulled. Here's our flaps 28 speed. Flaps 28. Love it. The wing is getting big. All right, 190, flaps 28. Approaching a Rodock. We're going to slow down a little bit early. Get my thrust levers ready. Now I don't think I have the binding to disengage them unless I put it on this button here. I'll have to check. We just have to use the throttle disengage on the thrust quadrant. I need to take the MD-11 to Kitech. Just no Blackbird levers yet. I know. Man, I almost want to take this back into Kitech again. Kitech is so good. I love that Kitech flight. I actually want to go a little bit further south in this. I want to go down to like Patagonia in this thing. Maybe we'll do that the next MD-11 flight. Although, you know what? It always happens. Every time we fly the MD-11, it doesn't turn very good numbers on YouTube either, which is so strange to me because I love the MD-11. So if you do like the MD-11, make sure you hit the like button for me. That way we can see more of it. Maybe next time we'll fly the Pratt & Whitneys. Oh, the Alitalia MD-11? Yeah. Yeah, Ushuaia. That's what I'm thinking of, RPG. There is no MD-11 on Jet Card, right? Did someone check for me? Because if there was, I'd probably do it. I'd probably get an MD-11 on Jet Card. I love that little subtle engine wall. The engine model looks so good. I mean, this is really improved. This has really improved now. I like this. This is much, much better than when it first came out. Much, much better. They've done some work on this bird now. We could fly the career track MD-11. I know. I saw that livery, McOatmeal. All right, here's Rodock. Below 4, 190. We're looking good. No slope yet. Glide slope is armed. Let's do a cinematic turn view here. Oh, look at that. If only that was the United livery over the Golden Gate Bridge. Runway's in sight, 12 o'clock, glide slopes. Let's go ahead and arm it up. I'm going to keep you in map mode, but let's go approach land button. Landing is armed. Lima traffic of Varg 357 heavy out of 3,800. We're about 10 miles north inbound, 16 left, Lima traffic.
Lima traffic to AIM 362 over Boombox. Planes join the ILS Victor, or Christian. Yeah, ILS Victor 16 left.
Oak.
Lima.
Land armed. Recording is on. Enjoy the landing, y'all.
Stabilizer motion.
It's our approach speed. 156.
Altitude.
She's going to level here and then we'll capture the slope.
2,500.
31 for 21. DPR, I know, man. You didn't get a notification? There's something about the MD-11. I don't know if it's maybe related to the UPS incident, the real-world MD-11 stuff. But I feel like it's always been that way, even before that tragic accident. Like, whenever I stream the MD-11, it just seems like the general interest is not really there, which I find fascinating. Because this is a really nice airplane. All right, here comes the level off. Let's listen to the engines here. .156. Jeff, what's up, bud? I only sub for SkySim DC9. Killing me, man. That airplane, that is one of the most frustrating airplanes that I ever bought. I want it so badly to be good. All right, glide slope armed. Here we go. Gears coming down. All right, let's fly the jet. Let's start slowing her up. 156, flaps 35. All right, flaps 35. Speed brake is armed. Autopilot's coming off. What'd I say? 156. Give me the bird. Let's see if this auto. Yeah. ATS is off. I've got the thrust levers. Cool.
Glide slope.
What?
Glide slope. Glide slope.
All right, just disengage the
Glide
autopilot.
slope.
We're getting glide slope warning.
Glide slope.
Terrible pilot. Also 20 knots fast on ref there, Chief. .156 looks a wee bit slow. I'm gonna do like 159.
400.
Glide slope.
Yeah.
Glide slope. Glide slope.
Oh,
Glide
hush.
slope.
Right on.
Glide
happens,
slope.
bro.
Glide slope. Glide slope.
Shh.
Glide
200.
slope. Glide slope.
Glide slope's inhibited, but it's still going off. Interesting. All right.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
It's so challenging to land. Not as good as last time. Not as hard as last time, rather. Still not a butter. Auto brake. This on. 80. Through 60 knots. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Lima. My back. Chris Duper, get out of here, man. Wasn't that bad. Alright, flaps up. Don't mind me as I taxi over some taxi lights here. Name of traffic, Barrack 357 heavy, clearing 16 left taxi gate. I've found out so many glide slopes are wrong in the sim. How hard can a 3 have? I know, man.
6 mile final runway 16 left.
It's funny. I was thinking about that the other day. It's like, you know the amount of times I've had a glide slope warning in a real aircraft in the past 18 years? Like, probably less than 3. I can only remember 1. And it was an ASAP. And I've had probably, 20 in Microsoft Flight Sim. So there's something with the... I don't know if they're like... It's almost like the glide slopes are twice as sensitive. Either that or they're just in the wrong spot. Because, we're right on the pappies. And I know sometimes the pappy is not coincident or coincident with the slope. But that far out, it should be This shouldn't be going off the whole way. Definitely got worse in 24, John. I agree. All right, we're cleaned up. Lights are coming off. I tell you what, let's start the APU because I want to hear the engine shut down sounds. That's the wrong button. Let's power the APU. All right, flaps up. That's done. That's done. Lights are set for now. We'll keep the taxi light on. APU's coming up. We'll keep the recording going for parking so we can watch a parking video. Let's park this bad boy. Probably should have parked on the heavy stand. Wow. Alright, brakes are set. APU is up. APU power is on. Stand them up. Shut them down. As we watch the 7-2 in the distance. Rohan, thanks you for the 24 months. 2 years of support, man. Appreciate you. I just saw Mr. Rondaz's comment. I'm handing out whiskey and holy water in the aft galley if anyone would like some. It's safer back here in the crash, too. So hurry. Oh, my gosh. Oh, that's too good. Good thing I didn't read that on the final. We would have definitely balled it up. What's our flight director doing? That's peculiar. All right. No holy water needed on this one. Ye of little faith, Mr. Rondazzo. Ye of little faith. All right, let's take a look. That was a pretty good shutdown, actually. I like that shutdown sound. Let's do a little walk around. Look at the... You know, I was so against walk around mode when Microsoft first came out. But honestly, I love the fact that you can get a sense of size for an aircraft in walk around mode now. Although my Barry Seal guy is like 5 feet tall, I think. He might be like 4'11". That seems excessively tall right there. But here comes our 7.2 buddy. That's pretty cool. Outflow valve is wide open. You see that right there? Big old tri-holer. Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. All right. Uh-oh. I hate it when I do this. I glitch out because I don't remember where I'm at. There we go. Let's go ahead and do a replay. Let's see how this is going to work. Lights will come on. We'll do this number here. We'll leave the APU on. We'll put these to run. We'll clear the caution. We'll disconnect from Iveo. Throw the replay on. Do we have sounds? Dude, let's get the flaps on. Let's disconnect the yoke. Uh-oh, engines are dying, it sounds like. That's not good. They're gonna relight though, I think.
Stabilizer motion.
Are they? Yeah, they're trying to relight. That's good. Trying to relight. APU air is on.
Stabilizer motion.
Ignition's on, so they can relight.
20.
Let's get the flaps out. Let's get the full screen cam on. No dual gates. I'm not deboarding with the peasants. No second leg today. No second leg. It's actually perfect timing. I'll be going to go pick up the kids from summer camp. Flap 35 is coming in. I think we got our engines back. We do. Let's zoom it forward. panel state load number? Is there a panel state load? Yeah, I guess I don't need it though. It seemed to work without the panel state load. Coming into Lima, looking beautiful. A palm tree down there. You see that? I think that's my BCJ and trees making the realistic trees. Man, we get a good Lima scenery. Exclamation point specs. We'll get you cooking there, Captain Knock. F. More spoilers, I gotta rearm them, I think. This is a free sound pack, yes, Midwest Gamer. It's a free sound pack. I highly recommend you check it out. Oh, come on! That was not bad at all. That was definitely redemption from yesterday's stream. Flew the nose down, bang on center line. I love it. I love that tri-. I love the MD-11 you head on with that. Dihedral. Very cool. That actually was a pretty good touchdown. That was a pretty good touchdown. See, the crosswind actually picked up here towards the end. About 16 knots. We saved it right here. A little bit of a cushion. Didn't look that cushiony on that one. Maybe I shouldn't get so close. Let's reset the drone cam. Fabiano replay mode. No, I still don't have chase plane. No, I'm probably still not going to get it. I don't want to mess with all my default cameras. I got everything I need. Right here. So boom, boom, boom. Done. Golly, guys, we gotta fly this bird more. I need to dive into the systems on this bird. Yeah, see? That wasn't bad at all. I need to do some system deep dive on this thing. Where's the MD-11 bounce? We didn't bounce it today. We bounced it yesterday. Yesterday's landing actually seemed very, very believable. Let's get sail playing. Let's wind the time back to like a, let's say we were doing a red eye overnight. We're landing blue hour sunrise into Lima. Coming in from Buenos Aires. Coming in at 7 a.m. in Lima. All right, y'all. That's it. That might be the last one until Expo. Because my job hates me. They're going to put me on a 2-day trip right before Expo. So, enjoy the replay. Enjoy the rest of your week. I look forward to seeing a lot of you at Flight Sim Expo 2026 in Minneapolis. So, I might be on JetCard. I'll be in the Discord. I'll be monitoring those landing rates. Don't be crashing airplanes on me now. I look forward to a very fun weekend. I will see you all there. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon, evening, wherever you may be tuning in from. Stay safe, stay healthy, I'll be one. I'll catch you on the next one. See you!